Extra time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Backstage with Boria with Krunal Pandya, somebody who we have seen time and again do the job for his IPL franchise in the past, Mumbai Indians, and also India. And clearly 2022 is a very important year for Krunal to prove a point in the IPL and make a comeback in the Indian team, because all-round ability is a rare skill that Krunal has, both with the bat and the ball, of course, in the field. It is something that Rahul Dravid recently alluded to, that at number 6, 7, 8, we need players who can lend that balance. Clearly, that is something that Krunal Pandya has. India missed a left-arm orthodox spinner all-rounder in South Africa. No debate on that. So very, very important player in the Indian core and of course in the franchise system. Krunal, welcome. Thanks for joining me on Backstage with Boria. Firstly, how do you look back at the journey? Do you feel that you should have been given more opportunity? You asked me maybe some more opportunities, because oftentimes at number 7 you have very little chance, very little time to come and have an impact. But again, I go back to that India debut, superb debut innings. How do you look back at the journey?
First of all, thank you for having me on the show. And again, the last 6 years, I first played IPL in 2016. The journey has been unbelievable, and I'm always grateful for the opportunities what I've got throughout last 6 years. And there's a lot. The good side of it that I've always focused on the outcome. I've always focused on the process rather than thinking about the end goal and the outcome result. So I'm happy whatever the opportunity I've got, and I've done well in the T20 formats as well in the one days as well. I've played 6 one days, including a series against England and Sri Lanka, and I've done well. So again, my focus is on how I can get better as a player every day, and the focus is always on that. And eventually, I know the opportunities will come going forward as well, but it's just that I have to be ready for those opportunities. So again, from the beginning, when I didn't play for India, my dream was to play for India, and now that dream just gets bigger and bigger in terms of I want to play for India for a longer period of time, and I want to win games for India. And I personally feel that I have the capability and the ability to do that on a consistent basis, because whatever the opportunity I've got for India, I've done well in the T20 format and the ODIs as well. Okay. So, I'm confident about it.
If I go back to your IPL career, we'll come to India in a flash, because T20 World Cup here, you have the all-round ability, the skill set that I was mentioning at the start of the show. If I look back at your IPL career, impactful career, multiple titles with the Mumbai Indians, how do you reflect on your IPL journey? Stellar in one way, being part of perhaps the most successful franchise, contributing to the team's triumphs. It must be, whenever you look back, it must be something you're very, very proud of.
Oh, again, I'm so grateful. In a way, IPL is a global platform, if you say, and getting an opportunity to represent in such a big league and to showcase your talent in itself was a big thing for me. And IPL has done wonders to me, and in fact, not just me, to every cricketer. There's so much of exposure and learning, and I'm always grateful to the owners, Mumbai Indians owners, and the management, where they allowed me to play freely and they allowed me to excel my way. There have been instances where I have failed, I have done well. But again, the journey has been great, and that experience of playing for Mumbai Indians for such a long period of time has benefited me whenever I have played for India, because I've done well in limited opportunities I've got, but I'll say that credit goes to the Mumbai Indians, because where I've played for such a big franchise, and the habit of winning. There have been instances as a team, as a player, we have been in situation where chances of winning is less, and from there to win those games, that just gives you that self-belief and added advantage in any situation when you play for India as well. So the role of Mumbai Indians has been massive, and I'm so grateful. Not just as a cricketer, I have grown as a person also with the franchise. So yeah, just forever grateful for last 6 years for the
You
franchise.
alluded to you growing as a person, Krunal. I mean, each one of us, when you looked up after that 50 and thanked your dad, I mean, can you talk about that role of your father in shaping you, the cricketer and the individual?
Again, I've mentioned in my every interview. I mean, my dad's role has been the biggest in terms of my growth and Hardik's growth. I mean, I still go. I mean, again, I'm to just take it long back when I was 6 years old. We were in Surat. My dad had a settled business. From there, I had the love towards the game, and he saw that that my son loves playing cricket and all that. So from there on till the time he was with us, his focus was only on how I can make my boys better. And again, what one thing I have learned, we both of us learned from our dad, was not just about the cricket, but it's just about more about how to live a life. I mean, in a way, there have been instances where people come and tell you what you have to do, and there are people who will show you by their action what you have to do or how you have to live your life. And my dad was a guy who used to tell us how to do things by his action, not by his words. So in terms of being gratefulness, again, he always told that, no matter how much skillful you are, but at the end of the day, you have to be a good human being, because that complements your skills. It's like, no matter if you're best skillful guy in the room, but if you're not a good human being, you won't grow as fast or as far where you want to reach. So there have been a lot of things where my dad's role has been very, very important in shaping our career until the time. In fact, when he's not here also, I still feel that he's with us and his blessings are with us. But again, I keep telling everyone, what my dad has done, it's very difficult. Every parents love their kids, but he has gone that extra mile and make sure that, our future is bright and we'll have a good life.
Lovely. Great words, because clearly, it shows the warmth, the affection, the kind of friendship you had. Friendship is the word I'm using. The bond that you had with your dad clearly makes you a better human being. Mother and wife, Krunal, because Hardik also was on this show earlier one of these days, and he was alluding to how you guys are close-knit as a family. So talk to me about your wife and mom as well, and the family, because to hear that the money is one, the fame is one, everything is shared in the family. Tremendous. Actual Indian values. Talk to me about your wife and mother.
Again, I'll just elaborate in my family. My family is a very, very close-knit. It is the ups and downs. We are together. My mom has been, an unsung hero in our family. She has made sure that everyone is in the right space. Everyone is in a right mindset to grow as individuals as well, and at the same time as a family as well. And I said my mom has been an unsung hero is because she has always been there from the beginning, with my dad, because we also had our tough days during our childhood in a way. But again, I guess both the things, I'll say that what I've learned from my parents is never give up. That attitude has come from, when we play cricket and how we look at life is how our parents have looked at. I was 29, 30 years I was with my dad. Not once I've seen my dad crying about life. Not once I've seen my dad saying, yaar ye hoga ke nahi hoga. Yeah, this is not possible. My dad was a very, very optimistic guy, and at the same time, his attitude was, no matter what, you can't give up in life. And that has carried.
यहाँ पे आपको रोकता हूँ. इस IPL फिर होगा कि नहीं होगा? नहीं. इंडियन टीम होगा कि नहीं होगा? नहीं, होना चाहिए. उनके लिए होना चाहिए, मदर के लिए, फादर के लिए होना चाहिए, बताओ।
100%, 100%. So I mean, so वो जो attitude है about never giving up and always believing in yourself in no matter what, in what situation you are. So I guess that has come from our parents. And talking about my wife, and my wife has been a pillar of my strength. I mean, she has guided me in every aspect of my life. I mean, more of the mental thing, because you know what, I have realized that at this stage where every performance is scrutinized, or the pressure of winning games as well as you have to do well, it's always there. I mean, in a way, she has made sure that I'm always there in a good mental space where I can give my 100% going out in every game. So her role has been massive. I mean, it's difficult to again, where I grow, I don't feel like I'm only growing alone. I feel like I'm growing. The entire family is growing, because everyone's role has been massive in our family, because we are a very close family. And again, I told you the same thing, I'll repeat the same thing, where the ups and the downs, the good and the bads, we are together always, and that's what keeps us going, and that's what keeps us motivated also in a way.
Krunal, tell me, I mean, if I look ahead at the IPL auction, for example, clearly, I mean, you are one who has been a match winner for Mumbai Indians. You've won them titles. You've been part of a title-winning franchise. How are you looking at the auction? Because whichever team picks you, none of us know the auction dynamic. Whichever team picks you, you will be pegged as one of the key players. You will have that added responsibility of winning people games, leading from the front, being a leader in that side. How are you looking?
Again, I'm looking forward to the IPL as well, because again, what I've felt is that I have always got better every year. Sometimes a number doesn't justify what you have done or how you are you getting better or not, because in a T20 format, every situation is different. How you have been used also matters a lot in a way. Like if you see first 4 season where I played, my role was completely different, where I was batting higher in the order and my role was different. Last 2 season, my role was way different in terms of as a batter, where Pollard and Hardik were going up front. So sometimes stats doesn't justify what you have done, but for me what matters is I don't focus on the result-oriented thing. I focus on the process. What I mean by process, I focus on whether am I getting better as a player and as a human being day by day or not. And once I'm on that path, I'm not that worried about the result. And coming back to me being an important player, yes, I'm looking forward to it. It's been 6 IPL season with Mumbai Indians. I've been part of 3 IPL trophies. So definitely wherever I'll go, I'll share my experience, and I'm someone who doesn't back off from responsibility. That's what I believe in, and I like pressure situation. And I always believe when I practice, when I train, I don't train or I don't practice for easy situations, because I practice and I work hard for those tough situations, for those tough battles where I can win games for my team. So I have always believed in that.
So will this IPL, because clearly, with the World T20 coming up in October in Australia, you have that skill set of being the all-rounder. Is this IPL that extra special for Krunal Pandya? That that 50, I remember your debut 50, I got to make a comeback into the Indian team also using the IPL. Obviously, my 2 months with the franchise is for the franchise, but it is also, my performances will open that door for India again. Are you thinking about that?
Obviously, it's a dream to play for India in the World Cup. No doubt about it. I won't deny that it's not. Obviously, I want to represent my country, not just represent. I want to prepare myself where I just don't be only part of Indian team. I want to win games. And for that, I work hard. So coming back to the point, again, it's an end result. But at the same time, if I won't focus on the process, or if I won't be at the present moment, I won't get that result. So yes, that's the end goal, but at the same time, I want to be in present, which is what is next for me, what I have to do today. And in that process, if I'm taking care of my present situation, eventually the future will take care of itself. But if I'm already in future thinking about, this is what I am, what I am doing, then I don't think so I'll be able to reach there, or I'll be able to give myself that opportunity to be there. So yes, that's the end goal, but at the same time, focus is on present, what I want to do on a day-to-day basis. And if my process is right, if my mindset is right, eventually I'll get it what I want.
Lovely. What is very striking about you and Hardik is this bond. I mean, Hardik, as I said, was on the show, and he kept telling me that Krunal is like this elder brother who handholds me. I mean, his influence is paramount. All of that. I mean, there's no real rivalry, no jealousy, no rivalry, nothing like that. You two still very much part of one unit. So bond with Hardik, and thoughts on that. I find it fascinating, and I love this. As a Bengali middle class coming from a joint family household, I love this approach and attitude.
Again, I'll just go back slightly long back. It's been I'm 31 right now. Hardik is 28. So 28 years. I mean, I keep telling that jitna time हम लोग ने parents के साथ नहीं रहे, उतना time I've stayed with Hardik in a way. Because there was once upon a time in 2004-06, my dad went Surat. So my mom used to be with dad, and then she used to be with us also. So I was the only elder guy, though it is 2.5 years difference. I was 14, 15 and he was 10, 11. But from that onwards, I have been protective about Hardik from the beginning, because my parents told me, you have to take care of your younger brother. You have to. So that was in my mind, or it was inbuilt in me from the age of 6, 7. And that has carried forward till now. And coming about insecurity, it has never come, because I have been ultra protective when it comes to Hardik from the beginning. I mean, I've made sure that nothing goes wrong for me. So in my life now also, my priority has always, I mean, obviously I look after my game, I look after myself, but at the same time, I make sure that Hardik is in the right space, so that insecurity of jealousy will never come, because we are too protective about each other. And at the same time, when he does well, I am the most happiest person. And when I do well, he's the most happiest person, more than me. So that's how this relationship has grown over a period of time. And what has been the essentials, or I'll say the good things in this relationship, is honesty. Yes, we are brothers, but when it comes to honesty, when it comes to telling the truth on the face, we are there and we tell each other. Because we have always believed that yes, cricket is a part of our life, but I feel the more focus has always been how we can get better as human beings. Because once we are on that path, everything will take care of itself, because you have only one mind. How you live your life, the same way you will play this sport. It is not that you play this sport in a different way and you live your life in a different way. So once your mindset is right in your life, automatically cricket will take care of itself. So the bond has been like this from the beginning, and it just remains like that. And
it's fantastic.
It's great.
Krunal, एक बात बताइए. I mean, जब आप इंडिया के लिए खेलते हो, इंडियन टीम में अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिला, you're out of the team for a while, form maybe what you expect of yourself उतना अच्छा नहीं जा रहा है. How do you stay motivated? How do you deal with such kind of downs? How do you deal with failure? How do you make a comeback and stay in a good space?
Again, I'm not saying sometimes what happens in life, that certain things what you have to do in terms of the mental preparation, but sometimes there have been days where the things what you have to do, but it's difficult to implement in your own life. There have been days like that. But at the same time, what I've believed is family role is very important. I mean, I'll give a lot of credit to my wife in that case, where she has made sure that I always be in good mental space. Again, coming back to the opportunities what I've got. Yes, I have played 18 T20s for India and six ODIs. In a way, and I have done well. But again, at the same time, I feel what is controllable in my things is my own cricket. Whether I'm there or not, it's not in my hand. So my focus is always on. I want to get better, and I want to keep knocking the doors, and eventually the opportunity will come and I'll grab it. But I am not someone who will sit and who will just think that, why I'm not there or this and that. I am someone who thinks bigger picture in a way where, what I have to do, which is my controllable things. Selection is not my controllable things, is uncontrollable things. So thinking of uncontrollable things doesn't make you at good headspace.
Krunal, this show is called Backstage with Boria. How are you backstage? I mean, आप करते क्या? What are your other passions? Do you cook? Do you travel? Do you love traveling? Do you sort of spend time with family? Love music? I mean, what is Krunal Pandya like? The Krunal Pandya that we don't know, because you guys are constantly in public glare. But there is a private Krunal Pandya. Give me an insight.
I'm a very, very family driven guy. I mean, very family oriented guy. I'll just So for me, what is important, I like people around me. I mean, so how it functions, like the moment I'm on a tour and the moment I come back home, there'll be almost 15, 20 of them in my house where we'll just sit and chit chat and we'll just, joke around and all that. So yeah, that's what I look forward. That's why I work hard to spend time with my family, because that's what I love. Traveling is a part of my life with cricket. So I won't say traveling I love that much in a way, because it's part of my life. So it's a daily routine sometimes in a way. But I'm just a normal, fun-loving guy in a way where I love my family. I'll spend time with my friends and family, and just a basic thing where we are all together and joking around and spending some good time.
So if that is the case, how did you deal with bubbles? When you are alone, no family, nothing, you have been, last couple of years have been hard on everybody. How have you dealt with it?
It's been difficult. I mean, bubble life has been difficult, no doubt about it, because already sometimes what happens is that you do good or bad. You have at least something to switch off. Before the bubble, you used to go somewhere, you used to just go away from cricket in a way. But in bubble, what has happened, the only new thing happens is your game. I mean, what you do on the ground. So so there's no switch off button in the bubble. So it's sometimes it takes a toll on your this thing. But I'll say I have been slightly lucky in a way where Hardik has always been with me in a way. So we both of us have been together in a way. But still, there have been situations where it has been very, very difficult. But yeah, we are being in such crazy times in a way where, we don't have any option and we have to deal with certain situations. So it has been difficult, but yeah, I've been slightly lucky in a way where Hardik and I have been together.
2022 World T20, if I look forward, your skill set, left arm spin, your skill set to be able to come and finish matches, hit the bigger shots towards the end of an innings. Clearly, you have a skill set which is required in this format as an all-rounder. How are you looking at the T20 World Cup in Australia? You've had success in Australia before.
Again, I'm looking at very positively in a way where my dream is to play for the country and represent India in the World Cup. And yes, I've been preparing well. I mean, I know I'm an all-rounder, which is a rare commodity, and I'm focusing on both the aspect, whether it is batting, bowling, and fielding as well. I mean, in a way, I can contribute. And the good part is that I've batted in all different situations throughout my career. It's not that I've been only one-dimensional player where I've batted in a certain position. Like for MI, I've batted from 4 to 7 where I've anchored the innings, and at the same time, there have been situations where I've batted at 7 and I've finished games as well. And in bowling wise as well, I've been bowling in power play, I've been bowling in deaths. There have been occasions I've bowled in middle. So I've been in a player who have played all the different situations on regular basis. I mean, in a way. And I just feel that, again, I want to just take back to 2018-19 where there was a lot of negativity and, every individual goes through some kind of their battles and all that. And I also had my share bit of it. But when I look back at those time and when I look back at right now, I'm much in a better mental space in a way, because, I'm much mature enough. And there have been things where I know what is in my control and what it is required to be in a good mental space, I mean, in a way, and to give yourself best opportunity. Again, I'll mention the same thing. I just don't want to go out there and just play for India. I want to win games for India, I mean, in a way. And I feel that I can do that on a consistent basis going forward. And I'm focused enough to do well for the country.
Well, let me just ask one more Hardik question. When captaincy of Ahmedabad came for Hardik, how happy were you and how do you look at Hardik, the captain?
I'm very happy. I mean, I'm very happy. He deserves it. And at the same time, he's been a leader in itself. I mean, in a way, how he has played his cricket in last 6-7 years for India or for in IPL. I mean, in a way. So I mean, I feel that he has been leader. He has all the qualities of captaining a side, and I feel that he'll do a very good job going forward in this next IPL.
Krunal, coming to last couple of questions, this all-round ability is something that is priceless almost, because in this day and age of white ball cricket, as I said, Rahul Dravid alluded to it after the tour of South Africa, that India lacked balance at 6, 7, 8. When you are saying my preparation, can you give me a sense, bowling, batting, you physically you are up there, you're concentrating on both in equal measure? Krunal Pandya, the all-rounder for India?
Yeah, definitely. Again, my focus has always been on all the aspects of my game, which is not including just batting or bowling. It is training as well. It is how I sleep, how I take care of my diet. Because if you tick all the boxes, that means you are giving the bestest opportunity to yourself to go out there and perform. It's not just the bat and ball. And so yeah, training also plays a massive role. Fitness, that it's not just only, there are a lot of sacrifices also you do in a way to be the most fit. I mean, to be in the bestest shape, to give yourself that.
Are you in a good physical space now? Are you in a good physical shape?
Yes, 100%. I mean, in a way, and it's a process. It's not something which you do for 1 month, 2 months, and then you live it. It's a day-to-day process till the time you play. I mean, in a way, where on a constant day-to-day basis, you're training, you're taking care of your diet, you're taking care of your sleep. Again, I focus on batting, bowling. I focus on my diet. I focus on my fitness a lot, because I feel the more fitter you are, again, I feel, I'll just give you an example. Fit mind thinks differently, and a tired mind thinks differently when you are in that situation while you are playing. I mean, just give you an example. For example, you have run 3. You're not just, gathering your breath and you're playing next ball. And just imagine you have run 3 and you're controlled in your breath and you're playing. That's a 2 different mind watching that ball. So fitness plays a massive role in terms of this sport. So my focus has always been on all the aspects.
What you're talking about me key to sports science. I mean, in India, very few players. I do sports science in a serious manner, something that you just alluded to in that example that you gave me. Terrific to see that. Final question, Krunal Pandya, do you do goals? I mean, yes, you've repeatedly told me in this interview, you want to win matches for India, you want to win matches for the franchise, but have you set yourself any goal for 22? This is what I got to achieve. This is where I need to be, or I'm process driven. I will see where it goes. I'm happy with my preparation at the moment, and results are not in my hand. So we'll see where it goes.
I'm a process driven guy. I like to be in the moment, but that sometimes it takes you to think about future. But I make sure that I be in that moment. I enjoy that thing, and again, I feel that skill wise and everything is there, but mental thing is very important. What I feel, there have been instances where again I've gone and read a lot about the mental thing, how it works, how the subconscious mind works, how you can remove your negative thought process and you can convert into positive this thing. So I've read a lot of books as well on the mental aspect, because that's one topic where I like, because I feel this mind can do anything. There are millions of examples where human does something out of the box. So I feel I can, at least this sport, I can do what I want to do. So I give myself the bestest opportunity. So there have been instances where suddenly I was in 2019, 18, 19, where I had a lot of doubts in my own mind I created, which I wanted to get rid of it. And I am someone who never used to read books and all. Suddenly I started and I went on a path of reading Power of Subconscious Mind book and positive thing, law of attraction and manifestation and all that. So all these things attracts me, because I always believe that it's we humans, we keep our barriers, that these are the things which we can do and rest of the things we can't do. But once you remove that barrier from your life, then you see that everything is possible. You can do everything, in a way. So I have worked on the mind as well. I won't just only say that it's just only the cricket or the skills, because what I've realized that it is important to be happy. It is important to be grateful. It is very important to be at peace with things, in a way. So, and that's the only thing which you can be in that zone is how you think, how you use your mind.
I've enjoyed speaking to you, Krunal Pandya. It's been very different. I hadn't envisaged this. I mean, some deep words, loved it. I mean, as an academic myself who makes a living out of teaching and reading, I enjoyed this conversation. To be at peace, to have a controlled mind, to have, to know that, a negative mind is not the best space to be in. Mature words, and I'm sure this will help you in the forthcoming cricket of yours, whether it's the IPL, whether it is for India. These are important words from somebody who is in control of one's emotions and one's mind. Great stuff, very good stuff. I mean, I wish you have a great season ahead, Krunal. You and I will talk again. Clearly, you and Hardik, important for India, whichever franchise you play. I don't know which franchise, but the fact of the matter is, wherever you go, I wish you all the success.
Thank you.
That's how I will finish this, but with another thought that whenever the India call comes again and the World Cup happens, you and I will reconvene for another conversation.
Done.
Thank you very, very much, Krunal.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is Extra Time. Extra Time.